How to find winning products. I was going to answer that. So there's so many different ways. Honestly, the easiest way to find like winning products and try to capitalize on them is find already best sellers on the platform and then just steal them and just slightly change little things, right? Whether it's finding one that's very similar, or whether it's directly stealing and undercutting, or whether it's directly stealing and changing the imagery, whether it's directly stealing and changing some keywords and trying a different angle. It's all about kind of just magpieing ideas and just like slightly changing something just to come up with something a little bit better is really how it works. So I think that kind of gives a brief introduction. But I have a bunch of videos coming out about this. Also, you can go, the moderator will post this in the chat, but freeetsyguide.com. You can go there. There's a product research guide on there. You can go check that out. That's super good. So looking at how much people bought a product in the last 24 hours is the best metric when doing product research? Definitely not, no. The best metric is more like, that's not really a good metric, really. I mean, it does work. Yeah, obviously it does work. But I don't really look at that. I don't really try and find like really massively trending products. I more look, and also on Etsy, if it says on Etsy, it is accurate, but a lot of these tools aren't accurate. But typically what I look at is I look for products that are just not trending right now, not doing crazy right now, but just products that consistently sell all year round, right? The other day I was looking at a dress store, and it was just like wool woven, like really thick dresses, and it was just doing really fucking well. And like, that's a good store right there. Like, none of the products was doing crazy numbers, but they had like 1,000 products, 73,000 orders, and they're just doing really well consistently. They don't have one product that's doing crazy numbers. They're just doing really well across the board. How to get first sale. How you get your first sale, you list good products. Typically, there's so many different niches. Clothing's a good niche. Jewelry's a good niche. You got to change the imagery around. I mean, for how to get first sale, I'm assuming you've already got your products listed. Otherwise, you'd ask like how to do product research. So just run Etsy advertisements. Run on platform Etsy ads. How do you make multiple stores? Do general stores work? So do general stores work on Etsy? No. Do not do a general store on Etsy. It doesn't work. It confuses the algorithm. Do a niche store. So let's say you do a store full of phones, or you do a store full of phone cases, or you do a store full of water bottles. Don't add a water bottle and a phone to the same store. It doesn't work. It will fuck up the Etsy algorithm. Don't do that, okay? What's the best way to get sales when we're in the 15 days ads bar in a new store? So typically with new stores, if you're a complete and utter beginner, you're not going to get sales. The best way to get sales in the first 15 days, when you can't run ads, is by having the best products possible. You're not going to have the best products possible if you're a complete beginner. You're just not, unfortunately. That's just the truth about it, right? Also, if you guys can see my eye, it's a bit fucked up. I have blood in it, but don't worry about it. That's fine. I got like 3 DMs today. But anyways, back on topic. What can you do? What is the best way to get sales when we're in the 15-day ad barrier of in a new store? So as I said, if you're a complete and utter beginner, you're very unlikely to get sales in this period. The way you're going to get sales in this period is if you have really good products with decent SEO, decent photos, stuff like this. And this is just very unlikely. It's just very unlikely that this is going to happen and you're going to get sales because you're not going to have good products. So I just wouldn't expect sales in those first 15-day period. I just wouldn't expect sales, really. No, if your Etsy shop made less than 10,000 USD, you'll be charged 15% fee for an order if it's less than 10K, it's 15%. There you go. Makes sense then. And if it's more than 10,000, you get discounted fee of 12%. Bro, I think it's wonderful. You're still getting charged maybe 25%. So let's say that fee and the other fees, blah, blah, blah. You're getting charged, like 20% to get a customer? Like, that's so good. It's so cheap. It's absolutely ridiculous. What a lot of people don't understand, if you complain about the Etsy fees, you're a moron, because people that complain about the Etsy fees have never actually run Facebook ads or run TikTok ads or run Pinterest ads. They've never done something else to compare it with. They're just comparing Etsy against Etsy and they're like, oh, that's too high. But it makes no sense, because 12% for offsite ad fees is super good. Because if you're selling a product, you have no risk. Let's say you're selling this phone for £30 on Etsy, right? And they're going to run that on Instagram, Pinterest, Google, Where else do they run? They run a couple other places as well, but these are the main ones. I've seen my own products on Instagram, and they're going to run that, and you, like, the max you're going to pay is what, 15%? Like £4.50. It up, yeah, £4.50 to set to advertise and get a sale for this. You have no risk as well. Whereas if you were to go list this on a Shopify site, run Facebook ads, it's going to cost you way more than £4.50 to get a sale. Like, it's going to cost you double, if not like triple that. Like, Facebook ads and shit are expensive as fuck. Expensive as fuck. How hard is it now versus 6 months ago? I would say it's definitely harder than 6 months ago. It's still very, very easy compared to everything out there. The thing is, the people that called Etsy hard, or the people that like the people that call Etsy hard and shit like this, they're idiots, basically. Because if you go out there and you do Facebook dropshipping, you're going to run into the same bans. You're going to run into payment processing holds, which are actually a lot better with Etsy, a lot more fair with Etsy. Now that they changed them, they were fucked like 3-4 months ago, but now they're actually good and they've changed them. But you're in a very good position, and Etsy is still incredibly easy. It's definitely a lot harder than 6 months ago, and in 6 months' time it'll be harder. Or in 3 years' time it'll be harder. 10 years' time it'll be harder. But it doesn't really matter, right? Like, you just make money and fucking start. There's something like, what is it? It's called like, the best time to plant a tree was like fucking 20 years ago. The second best time is now. You know, like, you just have to start now and just accept that it's harder than it was before. It's the same thing as if I was working out from the age of 18, I'd be dench right now. But I'm not dench right now because I wasn't working out from the age of 18, right? I was in the fucking office grinding, you know? So you've got to bear that in mind and just fucking start and just push fucking hard. Because at the end of the day, does not matter. It does not matter at all if you work hard. How do you make multiple stores? So there's a couple different ways to make multiple stores. The way I talk about publicly is called signers. You just ask your friend, where can I buy hundreds of bank accounts? You ask your friend to basically sign for an account for you. This is a very easy and legitimate way to do it. It's not illegal. You're going to run into no problems with that. And you basically just make an account under their name with their permission. Perfectly legal, perfectly allowed. Kind of, that's how you do it, right? There's much benefit to getting a private supplier when you're getting 10 to 15 days shipping and decent margins using Ali or CJ. Yeah, because you can get cheaper pricing and you can get faster shipping. So, like, there are obviously benefits to private suppliers. Like, yeah, just cheaper shipping. Well, cheaper items and faster shipping as well. What's the difference between getting an agent or private supplier, and which should you get first? Kind of the same thing, kind of not the same thing. They kind of often used interchangeably, even though they're kind of different things. The way I've always viewed it, I'm not sure what the technical definition is. The way I've always viewed it is like an agent's just like a middleman, whereas a private supplier should really be further up the chain and actually closer to the actual factory, whereas an agent's not really close to the factory. It's just kind of like an intermediary. So I don't know, like, bro, you just get whatever gives you the fucking best prices, G. What's the best method for a beginner? Post products that are already doing well with other sellers, or sell products that are similar to different to minimize competition. Similar but different. To be honest, doing a little bit of both is the best option. Would it be possible to try and get sales in the first 15 days by doing ads on TikTok organic or anything like that? Yeah, you can try and do this. I typically recommend people, it is annoying you have to wait 15 days. It just is. I would typically use those 15 days to add products, do more product research, and start more stores, rather than just going off-site and doing off-site ads. That's just me personally, what I would personally do. Best method to get good photos if you don't want to wait for UGC content. I mean, you can always, bro, if you just do like a proper deep dive on the internet, you can probably find more photos for that specific product. Whether it's contacting the supplier and asking if they have extra photos available, or looking on like AutoDS or CJ or something like this and going all the way different down and stuff like this, you know? Hearing people say it's currently a bad time to start Etsy dropshipping because Etsy's being more anal with their account banning provided Q4. To be honest, bro, shit's always anal. Like, this is business. Like, this is just the way it is. There's always problems. There's always bullshit to happen. There's no point in waiting 3 months to hope Etsy might be less annoying with stuff. That's dumb. Like, it's way more pointful to just start now, deal with bullshit, learn, make money. Right? Like, even though it's anal, every single person watching this right now can make fucking 10K by the end of the year, like, very, very easily. Q4 running smoothly for you currently? Bro, it's been best October ever. Some of our stores haven't done as well as I predicted them to do. Some of the stores have done better than I predicted to do. So, Good, bad, right? Average, it's done like pretty much what I predicted to do. Because last year I did very conservative predictions. This year I did like actually accurate predictions because obviously I had last year to go from, which was super, super useful. So yeah, it's just going fucking well, boys. It's just going fucking well. For a complete beginner in e-commerce, what's more beginner friendly? TikTok ads with Shopify or Etsy? Definitely Etsy, because Etsy's going to require a lot less of your time, a lot less of your money, and you're just going to get sales faster. That's the thing with with TikTok, you could do a lot of you put a lot of effort into it and just get no sales and have no idea where you're going wrong. Whereas with Etsy, it's very difficult to actually put effort into it and actually get completely zero sales. Maybe you'll get 5 if you're just fucking shit, but you'll get sales. So like that's a very, very important thing. Like you will just get sales, you know? How to find winning products. I have a new video coming up very soon talking about winning products and stuff like this. So if you're not already subscribed, make sure you subscribe. I also have like a full guide. I filmed like an hour-long guide about Etsy dropshipping coming out soon as well. Wraith is cool. I prefer the Ghost, Suicide Doors, Slam 20. Wait, maybe I'm talking about the Ghost. Ghost. But one of my friends... Oh no, the Ghost is cool. But the Wraith has like the doors that come out the other way. Like they're not like the normal fucking doors. The thing is though, I feel like the Ghost is just like you have to get driven in it. I feel like you can't just drive it. It's just weird. Whereas like the Wraith you can drive, you know? And one of my friends, I think he just bought a Wraith. Yeah, one of my friends just bought a Wraith. And he got an insane deal. He bought it for like, I don't even know how much, but he got offered like 12k over. Like he bought it, but he went to a dealer to buy a different car. The dealer offered him 12k more than he fucking bought it. Like no negotiation, anything. So he got a fucking steal with that one. But anyways, yeah. Hi Craig, I have a lot of money in my balance, but Etsy still shows zero available for deposit. I'm going to run into liquidity issues, so what should I do? I mean, it's very confusing. Yeah, like they're very inconsistent with their like holding money and shit like this. It's definitely happening more to like I don't know actually. I would contact Etsy support. I know like that's kind of a shitty answer, but that's honestly what I would do. I mean, I assume you're uploading proper tracking. It shows it's in transit. It shows it's delivered. It looks legitimate. Things like this. And it's you're not talking about just the 35% they hold, right? Like you're talking about more than that. I started my store. I'm getting view organic, but just no sales. But I recently opened my store. I didn't run ads until like 7 days. Basically, with this, like you're probably not getting that many views. Views don't really mean much, like because clicks. If you get 100 clicks and you've got 0 sales, then maybe worry a little bit. If you've got 200 clicks and you've got 0 sales, then worry a little bit. But like clicks, listen to the word clicks, not views. Views don't really matter. Like if you get 1,000, if you get 100 views, if you get 200 views and 1 click, then be a little bit concerned. But you got to know the percentages that people are going to click. Typically 1% CTR is kind of like normal. So click-through rates or a view to a click. So like if you get 100 views, 1%, 1 click. If you get 100 clicks, 1% conversion rate, you're going to get 1 purchase. So you got to think about it like that, you know? Can you have a lot of different products, can you have a lot of different products but with a theme? For example, Christmas or Halloween. Yeah, you can definitely do this. Especially with these trending kind of stores, it doesn't matter so much because you're running for the store for a short period of time. How do you outsourcing work to make listings and customer service? What do you mean? I just get fucking virtual assistants from Philippines normally or India to do the work for me. Do you have any courses or where can I follow more of your starting steps? So yeah, I have a program. It's called Etsy Kings. So you can go check that out. The moderator will put it in the chat as well. I'll do it now as well, actually. But etsykings.com. So it's my private program, private community, bunch of information on the website there. It's a whole like 4-minute video. You can watch that about that. And then you can shoot me a message on WhatsApp to find out more information and then join and pricing and all this kind of cool stuff, right? But yeah, I mean, check that out. Like, it's the coolest thing, right? If I change proxy, going to cause problem with the risk score Etsy assigns my account. Check if the proxy is legitimate and you're switching proxies, normally it's okay. If you're keeping the same cookies, you won't run into problems. But if you're changing your whole computer around proxies, it looks a bit suspicious, yeah. But still, if the proxy is high quality, normally you won't run into problems. Looking for better logistics, how would you go about it? I ship furniture and other products which are heavy. There's a couple of different ways to do it. Are you shipping like UK to UK? Because then you can just do a pallet and shit like this, you know? Looking for better, what do you recommend for someone who doesn't have the money to join EK? Bro, I mean, we do have payment plans for Etsy Kings as well, so you don't have to pay the full price up front. You can put down like a small deposit, get access, and then pay the rest, like split over a couple months. I'm more than happy to do that, especially in Q4 as well. Like, everyone's going to be making fucking money, so like, I have no problem with that. Where do you draw the line for handmade items? Because there are some things that is quite grey. What would you do? Typically, I just base it off, like, do I think someone looking at this, like, is going to be handmade? Like, it's more like the aesthetic. Like, if it's wooden, if it's metal, it can be handmade. Like, if it's plastic, obviously not, no. Long shipping times are a concern. You with CJ Plus, they charge a lot. How do we find fast shipping to UK without costly shipping? I mean, have you made any sales yet? Bro, if you're not making any sales yet, don't worry about this. Trust me, it's a bigger thing. It's a bigger problem than you really think it is. Hey Greg, for when posting the products, should I say that the products are from my country or China? Tell them it's handmade. Typically, I say my country is like UK. What suggestions for me continue to scale? I got my first 2 sales thanks to you and me listening daily. What should I be expecting to hit sales-wise by 30 days? I'm taking the correct steps. I mean, if you're starting at EK, it's very different, but I would say like first 30 days, bro, you should have like 50 orders minimum. What's the deposit for joining Etsy Kings? So go to etsykings.com and shoot me a message on the website there. It's like a WhatsApp number on the website. It's like a little link. So do that and I'll shoot you over a message after this about the deposit. When you get private supplier, will they usually be able to source all your products? I have thousands of products across multiple stores listed. Why do you have so many products? Do you get that many sales? But yeah, normally if you get one that's like decent, they'll be able to source a good amount of them. Sometimes they're not able to source everything. But if you have like 3 on rotation, they'll be able to get everything, yeah. Can you give a very brief walkthrough of setting up a proxy for second, third Etsy stores? Yeah, so download Ads Power, get a proxy, attach the proxy to the Ads Power, warm up the Ads Power profile, done. If you look up Ads Power, there's those YouTube tutorials on how to use Ads Power. It's actually very simple. Why should we wait 5 orders? Why should we wait 5 orders a day minimum till we get a private supplier? And why not rush to one before we hit that mark consistently? Typically, most like serious private suppliers won't really fuck with you till then, but you can find kind of like not necessarily the best ones before that, yeah. But most serious ones want like higher order quantity. Tips for scaling the first 15 days, you can't run ads. Just more products, more stores. That's number one thing. It's the AliExpress. I've been shipping orders too many different addresses, I think. Oh yeah, just do that and you'll be fine. Should I keep my ads on for the rest of Q4? And if I don't have a great supplier for, yeah, if you keep, bro, it depends on your store. If you're like 150 orders, typically I'd recommend trying to focus on profitability. If your ads are profitable, keep them on. All right? If your ads are making you fucking cash, keep them on, obviously, right? Sometimes I have to explain this to some people, but like if your ads are profitable, directly profitable, always fucking keep them on. Always keep them on. Started my first Etsy store last week and I generated 11 sales, 832 reviews, 490. Are these numbers average? Those numbers seem good, yeah. No. Those numbers are good, yeah. Not from USA. Should I change my shop location to USA for local sales? Bro, honestly, there's a lot of other countries that do very well. UK, in my experience, it's actually been a lot better than my US stores. So, doesn't have to do that. It depends on which country you're based in. But let's say if you're based in like Bangladesh, I wouldn't put your location as Bangladesh. If I don't get a private supply by end of November / early December, will I have a bad time with customers? Potentially, yeah. If you get 10 orders, it doesn't really matter. If you get like 3,000, obviously it matters. Got sale from UK and Etsy collected ad. I placed the order on AliExpress. Do I need to worry that the customer has to pay VAT again? Well, no, they shouldn't have to if you put the VAT number on there. Is Etsy a race to the bottom in terms of margin like Amazon? No, definitely not. It's just complete opposite. It's a race to find good products and get a foothold on those good products. Because if you get a good foothold, let's say I'm selling this watch on Etsy. If I'm selling it at like £100, it's very difficult to just like, and I've sold 1,000 units of it. It's very difficult to come in and like undercut me because I've got such a good foothold in the industry. So it's not a race to the bottom because Amazon, the way Amazon works is it's not branded, right? And whereas like Etsy's like kind of handcrafted, kind of branded element. Whereas Amazon's just like there's one listing for this watch and everyone then bids on that and then kind of goes lower and lower and lower and lower. Whereas on Etsy, there's a million different listings for the same watch, and it's like kind of based upon momentum, it's based upon keywords, it's based upon imagery, and it's mainly based upon momentum. That's kind of where you hold your things. So if you're first, you're really good, you know? No profit due to fees. After all the fees, some of which are not clearly explained anywhere at Etsy.com, you will end up with less than 50% of the sale price of an item. That's literally impossible. They like to include shipping fees in the financial statement as profit, and all fees that are percentage are calculated using not just what the item sells for, but also the shipping fee, which was spent on shipping. So no, it's not profit. Sellers are automatically enrolled in services for which they are charged extra fees, and it's difficult to figure out how to unenroll. some of these fucking people are retarded, bro. It's kind of good, like, they're just bitching about Etsy, so Etsy will just fix it, right? Bro, eBay.com's got 1.2. Bro, this doesn't matter. eBay.com's better than Etsy at 1.6. Bro, like, go look at all these big websites. They all have really bad reviews because most people don't leave good reviews for websites. What's like a really good website? What's like Amazon, 1.7? Amazon's fucking amazing. Amazon has the same store. It's basically the same score as Etsy. It's like, bro, this shit doesn't matter. Like, bro, I'm gonna look at one of my websites. Bro, I mean, my licorice has 4.5. That's actually good because my licorice is good. Even 4.5 ain't that fucking good. And literally, it's a perfect... Too salty. Bro, this is just retarded. I hate it. Trustpilot is a website I hate with all my heart. They're just fucking retarded.